Once again at the Portland Roadster Show here in Portland, Oregon, having an amazing time.
It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be so much fun. So follow us along and check out all the cars and rides.
I'm doing terrific.
And what's your name?
Bill Moore.
Well, Bill, what do we got here?
It's a 1936 Cabriolet. Cabriolets are a little bit different than Roadsters. They're both, the top comes off, but the cars are built a little bit different. The Roadsters have short doors and no windows, no side windows.
Yeah, this is a little bit more flashy, I guess you want to call it.
The Cabriolets had bigger doors on them and roll-up windows.
Nice. And how long have you had it?
I've known the car for 25 years. It actually belonged to my ex-brother.
Oh, okay. So it's been in the family.
It's been in the family, and then he and I had another 36 three-window coupe.
Nice.
And he really wanted a three-window coupe, and he told me he'd trade me, and I couldn't believe it when he said that, so I said, absolutely.
A little swappy, and now it's yours.
Yeah, now it's mine.
So do you know the history behind it then? With your brother-in-law?
Yeah, like I said, he bought the original car, BF Goodrich tire, some executive.
Wow.
And it was still original 25 years ago. And
so did he do a lot of work to it? Looks like there is some customization on it for sure.
The whole thing is customized.
Yeah.
He didn't do the work himself. You know, he hired it all done.
Okay.
About 6 years ago, he pulled it back out of the barn and wanted a bunch of work done. There's an outfit in Yuba City, California. They're the ones that did the majority of all the work.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, the rear fenders are molded to the body, so they're welded on and all Frenched in. The front fenders and the running boards, that's usually separate. Those are all molded together. This car is 100% steel. There's no fiberglass in this car. So
nice.
It's all
we like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's all craftsmanship.
So what's the power plant in this thing?
Small block Chevrolet.
Okay.
Overdrive transmission, overdrive automatic transmission.
So reliable.
Yes, it's real reliable.
Nice.
But yeah, we could just, there's on and on the modification. Of course, the louvered hood.
Yeah. Well, it's gorgeous, man.
Banjo steering wheel. Thank you. Yeah, they put a lot of work in it.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on the show.
You bet.
And I wish we could hear you fire it up. That's the only thing I'm missing.
Yeah, they kind of frown on that.
Yeah, I know.
These are bikes from California.
Yeah, you're right. I don't see this stuff other than in videos from California. They don't usually have them up in this area. Well, welcome to Bossanova Life, fine sir. How are you doing today?
Good.
And what's your name?
Jesus Leon.
All right. And what have we got here?
I got some lowrider bicycles.
Some lowrider bikes, huh?
I've been building since 1980.
Since 1980? And are you from Portland?
I'm from Woodburn, Oregon.
From Woodburn, okay. And you got your buddies come all the way up from LA to help you out?
Yes, sir.
I like that. I like it. So tell me about your rides.
Well, I started building back in the 80s, and I've been doing a lot of shows around the area.
Okay.
Been all over California and all the way to Nevada.
And you make these all yourself?
Yeah, I make them all myself, special custom.
So it sounds like you've won some awards?
I've won a lot of awards lately.
All right, man. Well, it was awesome to meet you guys. And is this your first time at the Roadster Show? Nice. Well, I'm sure they appreciate it, as do I. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day, man. name, fine sir?
My name's Nolan Jersey, and we're here at the Portland Roadster Show in the rat section.
In the rat rod section,
rat rod
indeed.
section.
What do we got, man?
So basically we have a 46 International. We call it Heel or Hell. We named it after our dogs because they drive you nuts in the shop. And I also have a lot of stuff that we support autism, and my son does the carvings. And he just started wood carving a year ago. It relaxes him, so he does it 4 hours a day.
And this is a son who has autism?
This is my oldest son that has autism, diagnosed at a later age. And the other side he just finished for the show, which is crazy, and he calls it Rum Runner. And my youngest son's a police officer, so he's got a cop car in the back. So we got a 350 Chevy in this thing, and collection of everything. I go to antique stores and collect whatever fits in there.
So you get it all out of antique stores. That's interesting.
Antique stores and like the tachometer's old cigar humidor. Everything's got a theme.
So what is the theme of yours?
Basically, the theme of mine is everything, but we call it Heel or Hell because of the dogs. So
I get it.
I don't know if it really has a theme. Skulls, carvings, all that cool stuff.
So it's all from one rod, though, you were saying?
Basically, it is got a Chevy frame, 46 International, 350 Chevy short block, 2-speed cab power glide. It's got a rear end. It's out of a Cadillac posi rear end. We got Cadillac tires with Chevy Corvette rims.
Yeah, those are definitely tires off a Caddy.
Got some airbags.
Big.
Got some airbags, 4-point suspension, and we got the skulls that'll breathe out fire. Can't do it in here.
So where did you say you got the skulls again? I'm sorry.
The skulls I got out of a place from called Cool Ass Parts, and Martin Burns sells these online, which are pretty cool. He does the air cleaner and skulls.
Oh, he did the air cleaner as well for you. Nice.
We want to get this to talk eventually, when you step on the gas. And then we got old Spider. He's always at the shows here. He did
so you got Spider to do the pinstriping for you?
Yeah. He comes to my house, finish it up. And this weekend, actually yesterday, he did my doctor's bag that I carry all my stickers in.
Which has got the name of your ride on it.
Yep, Heel or Hell. And then we got the autism. We got the old little stickers. And we made this up and decided to put that on there and support autism. So what we're trying to do is get a car cruise in at Victory Academy, which is a school for autism, which I actually just helped build the art studio there. So we're trying to get my construction company I work for and get the rats to do a cruise in this summer, hopefully. It'd be cool.
Nice.
And get my son there with his cop car. He's at Clackamas County. Get him in there chasing the rat rod. So. But this other one,
he just needs to get himself a vintage cop car to chase him with.
And then we got the dog collar thing going on.
Yeah, I got the dog collar action.
Out of old plumbing parts, we got the basically steampunk thing. This is an old bedpan warmer I got out of the antique store.
And so you said most of the things inside though are
just a collection of like old clock gears, just miscellaneous, old possum hide for the steering cover, chain steering wheel I made. Amazing.
And what are the seats out of?
Those are just basically a copy of bomber seats.
Bomber seats,
bomber seats, yeah.
Right.
And then we call that the Rum Runner that he just finished.
Yeah, so this is the Rum Runner picture that he made with the cop car chasing the Rum Runner.
And my son Josh said he never wanted to be a woodworker, because I am. Yeah. And look at what he does now after a year.
So Rum Runner, is he in the cheeky drinks? Is that what's going on?
He actually doesn't drink at all. Doesn't smoke, drink, or he just loves listening to music like old rock and roll stuff, and he just carves away.
So he carved all these things in the back?
And he's got a web page that he sells stuff, Arkansas, Tennessee, Missouri, all over the place, and we started making the little magnets too on top of it.
So your son's name is Josh Kersey?
Correct.
All right, and I looked him up, so if you guys want to check out some of Josh Kersey's artwork, it's pretty impressive. Check him out. Look out. Well, thanks, man. It's been lovely. I appreciate it.
Good to see you guys.
Always good to see a new car that I haven't interviewed yet.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Bossanova Life. How are you doing today, fine sir?
Oh, thank you very much.
And what is your name?
My name is Sean Kennedy, and I am the owner of this classic 1945 Chevy school bus.
Yes.
So, of course, it didn't look like that when we first started.
Yeah.
It was sitting next to a house, sort of just rotting away, but it had been used as a school bus in Gooding, Idaho from 1945 until the late 50s, at which time then they sold it as surplus, and the guy bought it. He turned it into sort of like a funky family camper, and then I bought it in 2010 and proceeded to do the restoration on it. What was really cool is that when I found the bus, it was listed on Craigslist. I had been kicking around this idea of wanting to do tours because I'm very passionate about geology and history, and I love old things. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do that, I'd like to do that in a really cool old bus. So, you know, for years I've sort of looked at buses but never had the guts to actually jump into a project. So when this came up and I saw it, we hashed around the idea of me going over and looking at it. Finally I did. I met Bill Ruby of Dreamrite Builders, and he did not own the bus, but he had listed it for a friend of his.
So he listed it for a friend, but...
Listed it for a friend, and then he took me around. I had never worked on a vehicle before in my life. And so for me, I'm like, oh, look, there's only about 4 broken windows. We're almost there. 5.5 years later, we've torn this whole thing apart.
Mucho dinero.
Yeah, and lots of money. You know, when Bill and I did the walkthrough and we're looking at it, you know, there was rust going through the floor. There was some rust that was starting to break through the sides. Yeah. And Bill's like, well, we got to cut that out. And I'm like, well, that's going to kill it for me because I've never worked on a vehicle. And it turns out it's simple. He goes, I have a shop, you know, and he goes, you just cut it out and replace it. It's flat steel. There's nothing to it.
So this here is how you found it?
That's how I found it.
The condition it was in. You can see the condition of its condition. I like it. It's kind of a nice patina.
I love the patina.
Oh wow, it was definitely more than a few broken windows.
Yeah, just a few and a few cobwebs. However, it is now a 1992 Dodge 1-ton pickup. So I needed a reliable drivetrain that I could put in this.
Okay, so that's the drivetrain you put in it?
I did. Because I did, for the tours, I need to be able to climb mountains. I do like to let people know we did do 90 miles an hour in this thing. And this is Bill Ruby. I love... It's probably...
So there's Bill Ruby working.
And you can see he's really quite the curmudgeon.
Lifting the power plant by himself, it looks like.
Well, no, that was me, you know, chaining him to the power plant saying, get back to work. Matter of fact, I don't think I have a picture in here where he's not smiling. The guy is absolutely amazing. The front end off the Dodge, he said, because it's had independent suspension, he goes, why don't we go ahead and cut off the front of the bus, cut off the front of the Dodge, and I'm like, oh, sure, not a problem. And he did it, chopped it 3 inches and pulled it 12 inches over the frame of the Chevy. So,
placing some of the body.
Yeah, and I actually got in there because I didn't like the lines on the back of the bus. They went straight back like this. We ended up cutting this out, and then Bill manufactured the fenders for that, which I think is carrying the design from the front of the bus into the back of the bus.
Yeah.
And then if we walk down this way a little further, we had a lot of rust that was in the trim in this area. I mean, just along here. And like I said, I really didn't like the straight edge of the bus. So we did use the rear end off the Dodge. And so we had to cut this out, which I cut out. But then Bill manufactured the fenders, and he did an absolutely amazing job on that. So this is my company. I end up doing a lot of wine tours in the Willamette Valley, do some wine tours over in Hood River, go up to Timberline Lodge, and then also if people want to create their own tour, they're more than welcome to do that as well.
Well, thank you for watching our video. Do you like classic cars and rockabilly?
What about pinup and burlesque?
What about those things? How about tiki culture and mid-century modern?
Atomic culture.
All of those things can be yours. Just click like and subscribe right there. Do it. Right there.